Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, I hope you guys are doing okay. Sorry, I still have a little bit of a cough. Is it afternoon for you? It's still morning for me. I'm back on Pacific time, so as of yesterday. It's almost 1? Oh, you must be on the East Coast. Well, not for me, buddy boy. Alright, let's see. You're on Central? Okay, so I think that's 2 hours ahead of me. Right now it's almost 11 a.m. It's almost 11. All right, let me get this situated. Okay. I'm a little sleepy, but yup. Yup, Tasha. That makes sense. I used to have a long distance thing with someone who lived in West Europe, so I remember the 8-9 hour time differences. It was pretty rough. Hi, Deerin. Okay, warning, I look pretty freaking tired today. I didn't bother with makeup, really. I just have like residual eyeliner on from yesterday. What's up, saltwater? Okay, here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're gonna do some art today. Let's set up the art screen. I need to make a new art overlay, honestly, because this is pretty scuffed. This is fairly scuffed, but making overlays is so goddamn boring. Let's lock that. Hi, Code Warrior. How's it going? Let's draw, man. Kind of want to draw some of the scenes from yesterday's game. But we gotta get warmed up first. I was drawing on my iPad before we got started today, or like when I was having breakfast. But drawing on my iPad and drawing on my Huion are like two completely different experiences. Oops. Okay. What is going on? Am I having some weird lag? There we go. Like, what's happening? You ran your first session. You almost TPK'd the whole party. Whoops. How'd that go? Tell us about it. Oh, awesome, Saltwater. Love to see it. Love to see it. Just gonna practice with some faces to start with before we get into... I want to do like scenes from yesterday's D&D game. But let's get warmed up first. How's the little one? He's good. He had a rough night. I don't know. He got like triggered by something and it was like really hard to calm him down. That happens sometimes. So he woke up kind of where he left off in his crankiness, but by the time I got him to school, he was better. Dude, yesterday's game, man, fucking Rin went off and picked a goddamn fight. He picked a freaking fight and got himself annihilated. Yeah, no kidding. Those Legos. I can't. I'm not. I wasn't able to go on my run today because my foot's injured. I can't walk on it. I've been hobbling around like a dummy, or like a. I guess not a dummy. A person who doesn't walk well.
VIP.
What's up, Tasha? Aw. Thank you so much for your Prime. That is so kind of you. Killian, I just asked you to tell us about your almost TPK. Level 1 fought like 3 skeletons and zombie. Level 1's rough. Level 1, you're at most biggest risk of TPK. For sure. That's why a lot of DMs will start their games at level 3. Because at least then a lot of characters have like some class features. But level 1 is a bit on the rough side. I always struggle with doing a good duster. What's up, Gabriel? He would wear duster on the beach. Yeah, he would. Guys, I'd started updating the Discord. I've been adding like some new channels and stuff in the Beyond the Abyss, the Buta category. So I'm experimenting with like threads and forums to help things be just a little bit more organized. So like every week I'll do the weekly recap, and that'll be just like the spot where we can all like chit chat about like what happened last week, and then the next week I'll start a new thread. And so I'm gonna try to do that. What's up, Erudite? It's asking you for extra credentials. Oh no, really? I know that Discord is rolling out new they're rolling out these new like age verification things because they suck. Oh my gosh, dude.
What a Chad!
Thank you so
5
much.
gifted VIPs.
Thank you. Does this look too old? No, this is Dane isn't old. Is not a young man. He's like mid-30s. But he's a rough mid-30s, so... So I feel like he needs to look a little rugged. Don't know if I really see me since Valentine's, but oh, that's amazing! He liked it. I'm so happy to hear. That's great. How are things going between you two? Figuring it out? The Darkwing Duck hat makes him look sad. He is kind of a sad boy, though. He is a sad boy. He's got a lot of trauma. I've been doing so much practice lately. So much art practice. I feel like I have gotten a lot better in the last couple weeks. You're gonna drive down this weekend? Haven't seen him since Valentine's Day weekend? That's awesome. How long of a drive is it? Darkwing Dead. You added the blobfish. You didn't like the I mean, I liked it, but I hated it because it looks like a fucking grocery bag. And if I saw a sentient, well, I guess it's technically not sentient, but if I ran into a grocery bag in the deep sea, I think I'd shit myself. It's 5 hours. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. That's when you get a nice book on tape. You get a nice book on tape and listen. How often does he drive to you? Throw some quick color behind this. I've been really enjoying a deep blue underpaint lately. Makes the shadows look really good. First 3 times this year, the next 2 plans. So you guys take turns. That's really good. As it should be. Take those turns. Drawing here versus on my iPad is so different because like the brushes behave completely differently. So it's good when I get to like switch between the two. It's good practice. The Procreate brushes, there's a lot of textured ones that are really neat. You got a hype train? I didn't even know there was a hype train. Gosh dang it. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy making this. In Procreate, the brushes have a lot of like texture and movement, which can be really fun. It's like less control but it can add just like this element of organicness that's really nice. And it also has really good blending brushes that I just can't figure out how to do a blending brush in Photoshop. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't fucking know. Used to be a little bit more unbalanced of you driving down way more often than him coming up. That's mostly because he has dance class Fridays nights, so he either has to drive after it ends or skip it, which costs him money. I mean, yes, on the one hand, you know, obviously want to do the more convenient thing. But on the other hand, it's important to make them show that they can put in an effort. You know? And I'm just speaking purely from personal experience. Because I've been that girl. Putting in all the effort and, you know, coming up with, you know, they had a believable enough excuse or a decent enough excuse, but it still ended up being imbalanced. And then it just ended up feeling like I was putting in all the effort, and then when push came to shove, they didn't have enough skin in the game. So once I went to go see a guy, he like had an excuse why he couldn't see me. He begged me to come visit him. He had an excuse why he couldn't be the one to visit me. And I was in the middle of training for a fitness competition. And I still made that sacrifice. And I had to like jump through all these hoops just to like make sure I was still training and still getting like my my diet down and all that. Like it was such a pain in the ass. And when I was there, he like went from being obsessed with me to like so dismissive, didn't want anything to do with it. It was so weird. It was the weirdest fucking trip. And when I finally confronted him, I was like, what's going on? He was like, I guess I just didn't like you as much as I thought I would. And I was like, what do you mean? You've been obsessed with me for like 6 months. It was pretty rough. What's up, Milestone? With the current gas prices, you would feel bad. You're paying the gas prices. Why doesn't he feel bad for your gas prices? Like, what? Why do you have to be the one to care about gas prices? Telling you when you know what? I'm not going to tell. You know what you're doing. He can't go by train? Oh, I didn't. So we don't have trains around here. What's up, Latsif? I'm just saying. My favorite saying when it comes to dating. If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. He would never. He's way too spoiled by his car. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Milestone, how are you doing? Girl, I have been practicing my art so goddamn much, and I am feeling confident lately. Oh, thank you, Emily. Can I tell you a secret? I woke up like this. I haven't even taken my top knot down. This is literally the hair I fell asleep in and then woke up and then just went like this. Yeah, what did you do for your birthday? You like the sage shave side? It looks badass. Thanks so much. I used to have both sides shaved, but I constantly was only throwing it over to one side. And my hair, I have a lot of hair, but it's thin. So I just wasn't getting the volume I wanted by having both sides shaved. So I actually let this side grow back. And then I also, this used to go, like the shave went further, but I kind of let it grow out. And then this terrible piece of fluff is something I'm growing out just so I can, because I just needed to like redefine the line, because this part used to be shaved, but as you can see, it like kind of went up in a way that I didn't like. So I've been having this little awkward fluff has been, we call it my Oni horn. It's been driving me nuts, but it's almost fixed. Your hair is super thick. You may think it's annoying, but goddamn do I wish I had thicker hair. You have this subscription train ticker for regional trains that you pay for anyway, so you only buy tickets for the way to him, but on the way back you use the regional trains, which is, it's a pitta, but it saves so much money. Gotcha. Long distance is really hard. I was long distance with my current husband for a while before he moved here, and it was such a relief. Such a relief when we finally got to be together. You got a short haircut and shaved the back, and your head is so much lighter. Ooh, you got the little undercut. I think that's hot. But I like edgy. I like edgy stuff. I mean, literally got blue hair here. Blue hair, and I gotta paint them. Blue hair, black nail polish. I cut my own hair too. I haven't seen a hair stylist in almost 10 years. I've been cutting my own hair for a fucking decade. That's why it's so chopped. I was gonna add a little bit of pink to the lip. And to the nose, I think. Cheeks. This is looking nice. I like RPGs. Yes, this is actually, I'm painting a character in the D&D game that I run. This is one of my players. His name is Dane. He is our resident emo boy. He's super grouchy and closed off. A little emotional, but in a dark, closed off kind of way. Dane's sex bod. Well, for your birthday, you had a bunch of surprises. You started with Quebec cheeses, imported wine bar, and a burlesque Star Wars theme show the day after you went to an illusion museum. Holy shit, are you fucking like a kid? I haven't had someone care about my birthday that much since I was 10. That's amazing. Star Wars burlesque show? That's fun. Who set that all up? Your wife? Do I play or run anything outside of D&D? Yes, so I did run a Pathfinder game for a time, but we that's on hiatus right now because I was just running too many games and the players needed a little bit of a break. I have played in a Call of Cthulhu game as a player, not as a DM, and Lotsif has actually run some Warhammer games, Warhammer 40k games for me. So D&D is my main squeeze just because it's like the most popular, the most people play it. It's easiest to find players. I know the rules pretty well. Oh, I guess I should save this. Let's call this Utah Sketches. And the date 3/9. Okay. Oh yeah, and Shadowrun. We're playing Shadowrun. You just finished running a 2-year Delta Green campaign. I don't know what Delta Green is. But yeah, we're very much a TTRPG channel right now. I say right now because I've been lots of things in the past. But right now, we're TTRPGs. And art. We play the TTRPGs in the evening and the art in the morning. It's like modern Call of Cthulhu. Oh. That's really cool. What's L5R? Call of Cthulhu is pretty fun. It's a hard game though. The one thing that I noticed with Call of Cthulhu is I never roll good. I always suck. And I know that's kind of like the point, but damn, it doesn't feel good. You're supposed to roll low on sanity checks. It feels like that, yeah. Horror games stack the odds against you. Yeah, at that point, I'm like, why do I even bother? I just expect to lose. And try not to touch anything. Maybe I didn't specialize. Possibly, but my DM actually made my character sheet for me because she knew that I was new. After playing, I was like, I can see why you would like put as many points as possible in just like the one thing. What is this? Fucking spam call. You love cock? Do you? Do you now? Excuse me. Yep. It's a classic. Oh shit, I made his eyes too fucking wrong. I need to clean this up. Darren, don't blush. Failing is kind of the point. Yeah. No, that's true. I think I just need to like get my mind right. I'm maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Is that a bad thing? Hey, do you guys think we're gonna get someone coming in here yelling at me for drawing provocative women again? Against my man's permission? You got eaten by rats. Tasha, that's horrifying. Yeah, Milestone, do you like spicy Scarlet? Have I asked my husband about drawing Dane? My husband walked in on me drawing something very spicy and he fucking laughed at me. I was so embarrassed. I was like, don't look, no! I'm practicing anatomy. Stop. And he was like, oh, really? Yeah, he has no issues with what I do on my free time. I told him about the guy who came in here asking or saying like, I can't believe you do that, like I would never let my woman, whatever that guy said. And Steven was laughing so hard. You'll have to up your spice game. Oh yeah, do you want to be spicy art buddies with me? And then we can like share each other's spicy art and then like give each other feedback or be like, hey, look what I'm working on. Now show me what you're working on. Ask him to life model for me. That would be funny. I'd be like, baby, I need to get up close and personal with the real thing so that I know what I'm doing. Now hold still. Get under the light. I don't know how he would take that. He might get a little shy. He's a little shy. Yes, really? Because like I'm shy about sharing that kind of stuff. That's why I don't share it on my Discord, because it's like kind of like, ugh. So I have all this stuff I've been working on, and I show some of it to my sister, but not all of it. My sister is like, start a Patreon! Start a Patreon! And I'm like, I'm nervous. What will the internet think of me? You've never shared the spicy art you made with anyone? I know, it's intimidating, isn't it? It's intimidating. I found so I'll like make spicy art of a specific fandom, and then I'll share it with that fandom in the appropriate channels. But like, as far as like people I actually know, I don't share it with because I'm like, you wouldn't understand. Use VGen or something? I don't think that's where you would share like a gallery though. VGen is where you get commissions, right? Oh, that's a bummer. You're still waiting on the full calendar for Dolgrim. It's a very unusual kink. Are you comfortable telling us what it is? We won't, like, we might chuckle if it's a funny kink, but like I would never be like cruel. But if you don't want to share, that's fine. I don't know what my kinks are yet. I'm so new to this spicy art thing. I think my kink is, and he loves her very, very much. And he simps for her so hard. And his name is Chase Marsters. No comment. I'm adorable. I know I have such a sweet little kink, don't I? Being simped for by the man of my dreams. welcome back. I wouldn't call Vikings a kink, though. I think some Vikings are definitely hot, but, like, I don't, like, go, ooh, Viking. Actual affection is hot as fuck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's why I don't really like to watch spicy content, most of it, because it's so impersonal, and that doesn't do anything for me. Watching, like, the act with no context around it is so... It does nothing for me. Not even a frickin' tickle. Not even the slightest tickle. I'm just more like, huh. You relate to that? You're a simp for your wife? You should be. That's so hot. Simping for your wife. Somehow, for some reason, I mean, first of all, I thought that was the default back in the day, but, like, our internet culture is trying to convince some, like, guys that it's weird to simp for the woman you are in a relationship with, and I'm like, you guys are shooting yourselves in the fucking foot. The kink is getting tattooed or having your personal appearance changed in some way. Do you mean like plastic surgery or like putting on makeup? I've never heard of that before as a kink. That just kind of sounds like a thing that happens. That's interesting. It is harmless too. I can understand some people getting off on maybe like tattooed because there's like a pain element to it. But it sounds like that's not what you're talking about. That woman wakes up, no makeup, and you're 100% in. Love it. Well, that's how it should be. It's kind of hard to have makeup on all the time when you're married to someone. Look at how cool this Dane picture looks. I like it. I like it a lot. It's very purple. Some stories you read on the internet made me think a lot of men don't even like the women they're dating. Well, no, yeah, that's a true thing. There's a lot of guys who don't. They just want the body. Like, they want a warm body to rail, but they don't actually like the woman. But that's been true since the beginning of time. That's why when it comes to my romantic life, it's always been, if he's not obsessed with me, I don't want him. Only once did I date a guy who acted like he could, like, take me or leave me. And that didn't last very long, and it was very painful when I was in it. And so when I got out of it, I promised myself I would never, ever, 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 ever be in a relationship like that ever again. It was, like, so yucky. Didn't like it. I'm like, if you are not just the fucking happiest guy in the world to be sharing space with me, then we're not gonna work out. Because I'm a very affectionate person, and I need to be comfortable being affectionate without being like, oh no, am I doing too much? Am I gonna scare him away? Like, I just don't like to deal with that. So it's like, no, I want the guy to be all over me, and then I'll be all over him, and then we'll be happy. That's how me and Steven are. Whenever we go anywhere, we're like draped over each other. Even at like family dinner, when I sit next, like when I'm standing next to him, I'm like on his arm, head on his like thing, and like we're all over each other all the time. There's a difference between affection and lust. Every time I mention affection, a lot of people immediately think you mean spicy. I think it, for me, I like a combination. Like, yes, I want like wholesome affection, but I like the lust too. Some okay, lots of have a good one. There's a difference between it's not really the pain being something, it's more like the sub-dom thing where you change your appearance for the person. Oh no, you're fine, you could talk about it. That is very, very specific. How long have you been into that? Oh no, he does give an Amish vibe. Maybe I need to change the color of his beard. No! I don't want him to be Amish. I want him to be Dane. Maybe I gotta fix this beard a little bit. Maybe more like this. Maybe not. Maybe too much. Maybe we gotta... Dang it. I can't unsee it now. Fuck. Tasha! Maybe we'll just put less beard. It's not, no, you helped me, but I'm still freaked out. It's more the hat, but he wears a hat. Even when you drive, you have one hand on her. Well, yeah, so like when Steven and I don't drive somewhere together very often because he works from home and we have been on one date in a year. Cause, you know, we became fucking parents. But when we drive, I'm either holding his hand or he has his hand on my thigh or I have my hand on his thigh. And if he doesn't, I'm like, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? But that's just me. I'm a very, very affectionate person. Here, I think if I tone the beard down so it's like thinner and more like shadow, that might help. Oops. Yeah, I need physical contact during the drive. And some guys don't like doing that. So, and I've tried to date guys who are resistant to that and they just lose interest. I'm like, okay, well, I will pour my cup elsewhere. And that's fine, you know? You want to find people who you're compatible with, truly. You don't want to be having to rein back just because the other person doesn't match your cuddle energy. Yeah, Killian, she wanted that. You're super affectionate, even not romantic. You love hugging people. Maybe because affection is very intimate to me and very sensual to me. I don't like being super touchy with people that I'm not intimate with. But that could also just be my, like, response to being inappropriately groped under the guise of, oh, I'm a hugger, so I'm a lot less likely to be comfortable with hugs. I guess if I know the person very well and I trust them, then it's fine. Because I've definitely been huggy with friends. I think it just depends. That is a lot more dependy for me. But if it's a lover, I need you. I want your fucking hand in my back pocket while we're walking around. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, so if you have like a positive experience that's non-sexual, that would make a lot more sense. I get it, I get it. Yeah, I'm very affectionate with my son. He's a hugger. He likes it when I carry his ass around. There, I think that looks a little less Amish. Maybe we do have to fix the hat a little bit. Maybe if we pick it up so it's not so droopy. Right? Your kids drive you nuts. Leo can sometimes drive me nuts, but I don't hold it against him too bad. He gets away with so much shit. I'm just like, stop being the cutest little bean. He is very cute. I got a cute kid. Alright, I think we're good on Dane here. I'll just pop him up. Boop. 19, 24, 26. I keep forgetting that you have adult children. That's so wild. Leo's 4. Let's see. If I had a child when my mom had me, she was 22 when she had me. So 22. If I had Leo when I was my mom's age, he'd be 18. I'd have an 18-year-old. I would have an 18-year-old. Look at this face. If I had a kid when my mom had a kid, Leo would be 18. Huh. That's a little weird. Yeah, you think you'd drive me crazy? Look at how cool this little portrait is. He's so grumpy. He's like, fuck you. Alright, who am I drawing next? Do we want to do a scene from the game? You did have a son at the same age as your mom at 23. He's 11 now. That's pretty young to have kids. It was paused. Hold on, I think this requires a couple shinies. There's not a lot of contrast, so let's just give it the slightest. I like shininess. Your grandma had mom at 20, so she's grandma 44. That's wild. I had Leo so goddamn late in life. I got pregnant with him at 33 and had him at 34. No, I was pregnant at 34, had him at 35. Which is, interestingly, the age my mother was when she had my youngest sister. So that means me and my mom were done having children at the same age. She just got started way before I did. Feeling better. Mostly, I still have a little bit of a but I'm just so anxious to get some art done. All right, let's see. Should we draw the kiss? Should we draw the kiss that happened? It was a surprise kiss for Dane, so he's gonna have a bit of a, like, he's leaning back a little bit and surprised. Spawn doing some painting now, doing up a seal. Now she's doing a wonderful job in photography. I love that. Good for her. That's great. Love to hear it. How surprised should we make Dane's face? Should it be... Hale is a ghoul. Yeah, I'm gonna do just kind of like the stitchy, like a patchwork skin. This had to happen when you were out. This happened yesterday. Hale gave Dane a surprise, super passionate smooch. After taking some drugs that brought to the forefront some suppressed feelings. Did the music just... Let's go back to the beginning. Yeah. The surprise face is actually pretty awesome. He's like, oh. font a little too big. Yeah, should I have his hat fallen off? I could probably do that. I could probably do that. We'll have it like, whoop. Hold on, let's chill the eyebrows just a bit. Surprised, but not like buggy. You like that? What's up, bitch ass? Welcome to the Doodle stream. We're doodling a scene from yesterday's D&D game when we got a surprise smoochie, a very hot smoochie, from one character to the other. And it was a surprise. And then it turned into a makeout session. We all love a good makeout session. Let's see, he has his little mask. Why do you say that? Are you competing? Look, this kiss was a long time coming. These characters have been will they, won't they forever. Very definition of a slow burn. Who are you gonna kiss? Who does Darren even like? You still need to finish your postcard design for a convention in May, but you don't have any motivation for art recently. You gotta find a guilty pleasure. I notice when I get into like art block, the best thing for me to do is just draw things that I like. Or sometimes if I just don't have creativity, I'll switch into like practice mode where I'll just start doing like studies. So I'll find reference and learn how to draw a back, or learn how to draw abs, or learn how to draw hands, and I'll just draw a bunch of times, and then I'll typically then be motivated to do an art piece that features said thing that I'm practicing, and that can help me get out of art block. Or sometimes I just need to take some time off. Oops. Here, let's I really like how this is turning out. Oops. Let's make this a little bit more. I like these really saturated lines. They're fun to color over. Is Dulgrim kissing Cloudy? Milestone, Dulgrim, in an attempt to try and one-up my Buta game, claims that he's going to... What did you say? That you're going to have a surprise kiss on Thursday? I need to know who you plan on smooching, sir. Here. Oh. Alfina and Voss, that's right. There's going to be lots of Alfina Voss smooches. Shoot, I can't see. I can't see what I did. I might have erased away a little bit too much. Oh yeah, I could see, yeah, they're probably gonna get pretty spicy. So definitely a fade to black. Alfina Voss kind of makes me chuckle though, because I guess Alfina's a furry. And as a non-furry, that's really funny to me. Because I have to roleplay as a furry. Though I guess in a world like D&D, furries would be a lot more common. Because there are sentient animal folk. Yeah. So, you know, I have to play a drow who is very attracted to a cat man. What's going on here with this nose? Nose is wrong. Well, I made the beard a little bit less Amish. Because it's not supposed to be Amish. I'm so bad at drawing hats, oh my gosh. how mad would Calamity be if Reggie was sitting on Ixel's lap? Probably pretty bad. Adjust. Right. I think this needs to come out just a touch. Right there. Yeah, that looks a little better. All right. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. First of all, let's get his skin tone. You're drawing spicy? Okay. Promise me you're gonna show me. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. I can't draw spicy here on Twitch, unfortunately. That is not allowed. It was at one point. Well, no, not really. I don't think you could draw like straight spice, but nudity was allowed for a very brief stint before the fucking kids ruined it. Spicy art. Show of hands. Who likes spicy art? Like spicy fan art. My sister was telling me she was searching for some specific spicy fan art, but it was so flooded with AI slop that she was very disgruntled. AI slop does kind of seem like it would take the enjoyment out of it for me. Lots of spicy art is sold at Comic-Con. Really? They can do that? That's allowed? How spicy are we talking? Oops, hold on, let me allow you. Things have to be covered up in public view, but they're sold nudes plus semi-erotic. Gotcha. So you can be like, let me see the good stuff, and they'll bust out the good stuff. For a little, like a little booklet or something. Gotcha. That's interesting. There's an amazing spicy art panel at SawCon. Yeah. What makes it so amazing? Just like the quality of the art, the quantity. Find it must be kind of hard to find high quality because it's kind of niche. More of what they do. Oh yeah. Oh, you said a panel, so like are they talking about it, or do you mean just like they have an area dedicated for it? hard to explain without knowing. Yeah, I don't know what SawCon is. Is really? What? Oh. Oh. I guess because I didn't expect you to give me a D's nuts joke, it just didn't. I was like, oh, is that why they call it that? I haven't gotten a D's nuts joke since 2018. How dare you, San? How dare you? You clip so much of my stuff out of context. Sounds dirty. How do you not see that coming from me? You know what? I just wasn't paying attention. I'm so in the zone. My bad, my bad. This is turning out pretty nice, actually. Not hating it. Not hating it at all. Sorry, I still have sniffles. It's a little gross. guys, calm down. Calm down with these nuts. Did I ever watch Legends of Evantris? That sounds familiar. What is that? Oh, the D&D actual play. I have seen clips of it on TikTok. That's why it sounds familiar. I have seen Tiki-Takis. I don't know what the... I don't, like, know anything about it. I just... The name is familiar. I need to put clips of our game on TikTok. I just don't have the spoons to do all that editing. I need an editor, man. I need a TikTok editor. That would bring so many more people to our game if I actually like posted clips. But I don't have the spoons. Maybe when I'm not a mom to a little guy. Do you guys know I spend 2 hours of my day driving? 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, twice a day. They had a deal and it was never to make it D's nuts again. That's funny. That had been painful. Yeah, do it. Was it a fae? If you join a campaign of mine, can I play a mind goblin? Mind goblin D's nuts? You can't do 2 D's nuts jokes in the same year. You can't. I see. having a wild day and loving it, you need some help, you need your players to farm XP or levels, and they just met a hag. Well, who plays for XP these days, honestly? If you want them to be a higher level, just make them a higher level. We do milestone leveling. I don't like to make them farm. It just... Because if they have to farm XP, they're less likely to, like, solve problems in a non-combat way. And our game is very roleplay, so, you know. Obviously, whatever works for your game works for your game. I only add side quests if it adds to the overall story or one of the characters' stories. I don't like doing random side quests. Every side quest I do has a purpose. Yeah, whether it's like helping with the world building, establishing a character better. This isn't a video game, you know? They're trying to roleplay. Your player is a mean gnome bard, so our Hexblade Warlock shoved her in a bag of holding to make sure it wasn't a mimic. They have bags of holding at level 1? It took my players, like, to level 8 before I gave them a bag of holding. You gave him a deck of many things? Why would you do that? That's how you can destroy a campaign. You like chaos? Okay. Have fun. What are the chances you'll be starting another Pathfinder campaign? We're on hiatus right now because I'm super overwhelmed. But when I get a hold of myself, I'm gonna look into starting that back up again because I do miss Pathfinder. Very much enjoy it. I've just been really too much. I'm like drowning a little bit. Yeah, it's on hiatus. Also, I've been getting sick. I'm dealing with Leo. Like, everything is just tricky for me right now. Alright, this is as far as I think I want to take this. Although, I'm not very good at hands, but I'm going to try and at least insinuate a hand here. Not just GM burnout. I mean, that's part of it because, you know, the prep is so intense. But just like life in general. Mom burnout. How about that? I have intense mom burnout. So, like, when I get home from dropping Leo off, all I want to do is, like, sit on my beanbag and do nothing. Like, take a nap. Not think about anything. Or maybe, like, just draw. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to think about anyone. I don't want to do chores. But then I do want to do chores because then I look around my house and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't done chores. Yeah, it is very much parental overload right now. So I think for now, like I'm trying to juggle 2 games right now. And I know I can do it. I've done it in the past. I just need to, like, get ahead of the game. And I just have been... And I think I've been struggling with that because I've been sick. Being sick really, really, really makes it hard. Remember how tired I was when Gohan was pre-toddler? His nap time was your nap time because fucking needed it. Yeah. So the problem with Leo is he never took naps in a good way. Sleeping for him was a really big struggle. Like, it took me 2 hours just to get him down for bedtime. And he dropped his nap when he was 2 years old. So I didn't really get any rest. Now he sleeps much better because school tires him out. And, you know, we wake up for school at the same time every day. But I'm like, I still feel like I'm recovering from the preschool days. Not the preschool days, but the pre-school days. It was really, really, really hard on me. Yeah, it really is. And then, you know, some days are fine and easy, but then you have days where Leo is really rough to deal with. Like last night, he had this weird meltdown, and I don't know what triggered it, but he was like warbling. I couldn't get him to calm down, and he just basically was like that until bedtime, and then he just, you know, went to bed out of exhaustion. And then this morning, when he woke up, it's like his body remembered that he was upset, and he just picked right back up and had his meltdown, and he was like that until I brought him to school. And it was just like really gives me a lot of anxiety. I don't like loudness. I don't like that high energy. I just want chill. So when he gets like that, it's like really traumatic for me. And I have to keep it together because, you know, he's just a little boy and he deserves an anchor. So I can't react to his intensity. I have to remain calm, and I do it. I'm really good at like holding it together, but internally I'm exhausted. I'm like, oh my God, freaking die. Yeah, 45 minutes is still pretty rough. The 2 hour, I wanted to, like, saying, I was like crying at night. I was so stressed out over the 2 hour bedtimes. I was starting to get like dark thoughts, like I want to die. And I knew it was just the exhausted parent talking, but it was not fun for me. Not fun. Dude, the liquefy tool, look at how amazing that is. Yeah, it does take a toll. So I think I've just been recovering from that. And it's taking a lot longer than I initially expected recovery. Like, I thought I'd bounce right back, but no. I feel like I'm slowly becoming myself again. And it's been great. Like, rediscovering myself these past couple months has been awesome. Like, I've been working out, been getting better sleep. I'm, like, enjoying stuff again. So, it's definitely coming back. It's just coming back a little slower than I expected. You almost crashed your car driving to work one day while the kids were babies. Did that give you a freaking heart attack? I really like this piece. This is cute. Yeah, sleep deprivation is no joke. That's like torture. Being sleepy for a long period of time, that's really hard. I don't recommend that. Okay, I have to pee. So I'm gonna leave these here for enjoyment. And I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Let's, something about his forehead's bugging me. Let me fix that real fast. And then we can move on. Yeah, whatever. I want to post this in our Discord so that the players can see. Hee hee hee. Thank y'all. There we go. Also, so I have a new Discord forum for Bootah. And in the forum Bootah content, there is a scene art. And that's where I'm posting this, in the scene art. And you guys can, like, see it there and talk about it and all that kind of stuff. I don't like how that is. Blech. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I kind of want to go eat. Man, I thought I would stream for a little bit longer, but I'm actually feeling a little sleepy. I think I need to take a nap. We're going to do this again probably tomorrow. Hopefully Leo won't fuck me up and I'll actually get some rest. I didn't get a lot of rest last night. He kept me up late crying. But at least we got some doodles done. And yeah, I will do my best to be here by tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys Thursday for our D&D game. Okay, yeah, Mal, so when I get off here, I'll send you some of the stuff I've been working on. You gotta let me know how spicy you can handle, though. Because I don't want to throw anything at you that you're not expecting. Alright, guys, I'm gonna go lay down. We'll go talk to you later. Thanks for being here. You're all amazing. Thank you for the subbies. Goodbye.